Hard-fought game against a very good opponent. Give Marshall a lot of credit. They kept fighting back. I mean, I thought there was once in the first, maybe once in the second, we get to 9 or 10, and just seemed like we could never really break away. They certainly caused us some struggles on our defensive side. I thought they did a great job scoring the basketball and moving the ball and passing, and they're definitely they're a team that's getting better fast. We saw that on film, and obviously kind of a new group, but they've had a good start to the season. I thought they played very well tonight. I thought it was definitely a hard-fought win for our team, and very proud of our guys to be able to, to battle all night and to pull out a win.
Defensively, what was the adjustment on 23 in the second half?
Don't let him shoot the ball from 3. Wasn't really an adjustment. I guess that was probably our game plan going in, but like I just said on the radio, I think with some different pressures that we do, sometimes we play full court, transition D, we're doing a bunch of switching, so, you can lose guys because it's not the same guy is on 23 all the time. So we definitely tried to make sure, even the back ends of our full court pressure, we were even getting out of it a little bit earlier to make sure we didn't lose him. I thought the 3 he made in front of our bench at the end of the first half was a huge shot. That's one of those you do not want to go into halftime allowing. So just finding him in transition, and then in the half court, kind of getting on the high side of him, making him back cut. And I guess that was kind of our plan going in, but we were focused on a lot of different things. When you look at the stat sheet and one guy has 18 of the 40 points at halftime, you certainly have to make that priority number 1. Who? Oh, yeah. Yep. Yeah, you said it, improvement. He's special, man. There's really, since he got here in June, I mean, I can't tell you I'm shocked by what we're seeing. He is fearless. There's certainly no moment or situation or game that's too big for him or that makes him hesitate or be nervous. Those jump shots he made in the first half when we really didn't have anything going kind of kept us in the game. He's a very good defensive player. He didn't, I guess, 3 rebounds tonight. He was battling, he was guarding 23, and I think his offense slowed down a little bit in the second half because we started moving the ball a little bit better, but also because he was on. I mean, he wants to be the guy. If we say we can't let 23 get another shot, he goes, "Let me guard him." Like he's not running away from any kind of challenge or any kind of responsibility for our team. And it's certainly been impressive watching a freshman come in with about 8, 9, 10 seniors and seamlessly fit in. He was a huge part of the win.
Marshall seemed to really kind of get going in a couple of spurts in the second half when you guys were able to kind of take control a little bit.
Yeah, we want him to continue to be aggressive. Sometimes he's unselfish to a fault, and it is a fault. It's hey man, like it's your job to be aggressive, to attack the rim, to catch and shoot threes when you're open, to rebound the ball. He's been doing it all year. He's done a great job on defense, and he's rebounding the ball at a high level. Like he's playing well. He's just hasn't quite let loose on the offensive end yet. And we certainly told him that we needed that in the second half, and I was happy to see him come out. He made his first couple shots, but man, he attacked the basket a couple times, attacked in transition, kind of went down the right, kind of went to pull the ball over the defender and finished at the rim. That's something we've seen a lot during practice and in his past. So it was good to see him be comfortable, and hopefully it's a game that he can build on.
For a team like yourself that likes to play at such a fast-paced, hot pace, what can you say for the way that the players kind of fought through that second half? Because there was a lot of stops and starts, a lot of free throws, everything, but they were still able to kind of keep the rhythm for the most part.
Yeah, the situation can't affect you. We kind of wanted to when they scored, we wanted to get the ball out of the basket and push it all the way down to see if we had something quick. If we could score in the first 5 or 6 seconds, we wanted to. If we couldn't, then okay, let's move the ball a couple times. Let's not just put our head down if they're set and throw up a bad shot. And then but obviously the whistles, the stops. I mean, I don't know. Like sometimes our full court pressure even slowed them down and led to some long possessions. So we're trying to play aggressive and full court, and sometimes that speeds the game up, and sometimes when teams are very patient, it slows the game down. I felt like they went to probably 6 or 7 times, got late shot clock, and then we got to get the rebound. I thought the biggest weakness we showed, we've been rebounding the ball defensively at a very high level all year. It's been a strength, but man, they play kind of traditional front court. Their guards are big, and the possessions where we guarded for 30 seconds and then they were able to get a second shot. Those are the ones that kind of, I saw us kind of put our head down and lose our steam a little bit. So got to rebound the ball on the defensive end and continue to push to play with the pace that we want.
A little bit different rotation to start the second half compared to the first half. Was that just kind of an adjustment to what maybe what Forrest was doing there in the first half?
A little bit, but it's probably more of an adjustment to just trying to get our players to play their absolute best. You know, I think it's certainly a challenge for me having 9 or 10 guys that I've had a relationship with that's outside of head coach and player. You know, so even the guys that I've coached in my past, but guys who were on the team last year, I mean, whether it's being an assistant coach or maybe there being a gap in between when I've coached them, there's been some times this year where sometimes I don't think they're taking me seriously and say, hey man, like you need to play better. So just trying to make sure that our performance is better. You know, I think I love them all. Like I want to play all 12, 13 guys, you know, but it's my job as a coach to reward performance, reward who's defending the best, who's rebounding the best, who's moving the ball, no doubt, who's can put the ball in the basket a little bit. So just trying to get our team to improve. I think sometimes in the NBA there's a set rotation, and those guys are making a lot of money. They're making millions and millions of dollars. Like it's an organizational decision, you know. I think you know, we have 34 games hopefully in our regular season, including the postseason tournament, and we want all 12 players playing at a very high level. And I thought in the second half, I thought everybody that played well. You know, so even though the rotation is different, hey man, I thought in the second half was the first time in a long time I felt that there were 8 guys, 9 guys that I wanted to play, and I only could play 5 at once. So sometimes when you mix it up, you're just trying to get all the players to play their best. And I certainly believe that of all those, I mean, I think every senior we have is a professional basketball player. So this might be a lot, but I want them to play that almost every second they're on the court.
Going off of that, I mean, you talk about your bench points, 44 tonight. Going back to that, talking about that depth that you guys have, when you have scorers too that off the bench that can come in, how much does that help your offense? Give them different looks, especially against teams like Mark.
Yeah, we are just trying to figure out. We think that we should stay strong throughout the game. You know, as you know, Nate Martin plays 36.5 minutes. Mingo played 34. Dawson played 38. We do think that we should be able to stay fresher, especially if we can push the pace. Now, there were a lot of stops in the game, so I guess you can play 38 minutes a little easier when you're standing on the lane line for some of that. I'm not sure if that worked to perfection. At the same time, you know, we held them to, I guess, 36% shooting and 0 for 10 from 3. So maybe it did wear down on that end of the floor too. But no, I mean, the guys that, whether you start or come off, it's not a, I mean, Christian Lander, he knows how important he is to our team. Julius Thedford knows how important he is to our team. I'm happy that Jalen Jackson was able to score a little bit tonight. You know, Jalen, I think just maybe a little bit of a mental block a little bit for Jalen, just trying to get in his offensive groove. He's been helping us win games, but I was happy to see him, you know, show up in the stat sheet a little bit. Hopefully that gets his confidence going and it gives him the belief to be an aggressive offensive player for us. Thank you guys very much.